gentlemen of excellent family, introduced under the most respectable conditions in an atmosphere of elegance and refinement. Object matrimony. Unfortunately, I won't be able to offer you my usual lightning service today, as I have a previous appointment in Yonkers, New York, arranging the second marriage of a Mr. Horace Vandergelder. That's right, the well-known half-millionaire. My late husband, Mr. Levi, always said that means he's got at least $60,000 cash. But I can assure you I will have you carried across somebody's threshold before the week is out. Now, I might also mention that I'm available for financial consultation, lessons in the guitar and mandolin, short distance hauling, and, varicose veins reduced.
Call on Dolly. She's the one that answers recommend to take the kind of man your sister wants, and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your baby out to jump out. Call on Dolly.
Miss Levi.
Oh, Mr. Kemper, the artist. You know I'm something of an artist myself. I do those silhouettes with the black paper and scissors. Oh, here's one of Ada Bacon looking the other way. I have to do them like that because I'm simply no good at noses.
Nice, but Miss Levi, the train for Yonkers leaves in 5 minutes, and if we're not on
Oh,
it...
but we will be, Mr. Kemper. And not only will Horace Vandergelder give you permission to marry his niece Ermengarde, but he will also dance at your wedding, and not alone either, because I happen to be engaged in finding him a suitable second wife himself. What he really wants is somebody steady to clean the house. You know, my late husband, Mr. Levi, always said that marriage is a bribe to make a housekeeper think that she's a householder.
Well, I know all about Miss Levi. Half New York's just talking about how he's going to propose to Miss Irene Molloy this very afternoon.
Which is why we're on our way to Yonkers this morning, Mr. Kemper, and I can take on your case and knock off 4 other lovebirds with 1 stone, or whatever it is I'll throw, and, well, what do we have here? It seems I've nothing to pay my train fare with. Only large bills, 5s and 7s.
Well, I think I've got some change here somewhere. I only hope this isn't a wild goose chase, Miss Levi.
And speaking of poultry, I'm also available for fresh Jersey eggs. Surgical corsets reboned, ears pierced ears replugged.
When your sister wants to show snatch him up, don't forget to bring your baby out to jump out. Call on Dolly.
Tell me, Miss Levi, what's in all this for you?
A living, Mr. Kemper. Some people paint, some sew. I meddle. I have always been a woman who arranges things for the pleasure and the profit it derives. I have always been a woman who arranges things like furniture and daffodils and lives. When a man with a timid tongue meets a girl with a diffident air, why should these tortured creatures beat around the bush when heaven knows Mother Nature always needs a little push? I put my hand in there. I put my hand in there. When a girl over 6'3" loves a man who comes up to her ear, surely it's obvious she'll never be seduced till some kind soul condescends to give her butt a little boost. I put my hand in there. I put my hand in there. I have always been a woman who arranges things. It's my duty to assist the Lord above. I have always been a woman who arranges things like luncheon parties, poker games, and love. My aplomb at cosmetic art turned a frump to a trump lady fair. She had a countenance a little bit like Scrooge, but oh, today you would swear the Lord himself applied the word. I put my hand in there. order lunch, and I'll meet you on board. Ephraim Levi, I'm going to get married again. I'm going to marry Horace Vandergelder for his money and send it circulating like rainwater among the people, the way you taught me. And I want a sign, sometime today, that you approve. Well, it won't be a marriage in the sense that you and I had one, but I will certainly make him happy. And I'm tired, Ephraim. Tired of living from hand to mouth, so I want that sign.
Miss Levi, let's go!
Sometime today. Now, don't you worry, Mr. Kemper. We'll make that train, we'll get to Yonkers, and you'll marry Ermengarde. Just leave everything to me.
Yonkers, my Yonkers, with all that bellowing in my ear.
I can't help it, Uncle. I love Ambrose Kemper.
And I say you're too young to be in love with anyone. Here, take this.
I am not too young. I'm 17. In another year, I'll be an old maid.
Well, I forbid it. Dare to be an old maid, Ermengarde, and I'll cut you off without a cent. Don't cry in front of the store.
I can't help it. I'm unhappy.
Well, then, by thunder, you'll go weep for a while in New York where you won't be noticed. Now get upstairs and start packing your trunk. Don't get any tears on the lock either. It was just oil. Cornelius! Barnaby!
You stamped Mr. Vandergelder?
I did. I got news for you both. I'm going to march in the 14th Street Association Parade this afternoon in New York. And when I get back, you're going to have a mistress.
But I'm too young, Mr. Vandergelder.
Not yours. Hell of damnation. Mine. I mean, I'm getting married again. And in honor of that occasion, I am promoting you, Cornelius, to chief clerk.
And what am I now, Mr. Vandergelder?
You're an impertinent fool, that's what you are. And I'm promoting you from impertinent fool to chief clerk. Any questions?
Yes.
What?
Does the chief clerk get one evening off a week?
So that's the way you thank me for your promotion, is it? No, sir, you will attend to the store as usual. Now get back to work. And don't forget to put the lid on the sheep dip. Evenings off. Marrying artists. Foolishness. You know, 99% of the people in this world are fools. And the rest of us are in great danger of contamination. Why, even I was once young, which was foolish. I got married, which was foolish. And I was poor, which was more foolish than anything else. And then my wife died, which was foolish of her. I grew older, which was sensible of me, and I became rich, friendless, and mean. Which in Yonkers is about as far as you can go. Oh, and I know what you're probably wondering now. Why would such a sensible man like myself do anything as foolish as getting married again? Well, the answer is simple. This house without a woman would be an empty shell. And pretty dirty, too. It takes a woman all powdered and pink to lovingly clean out the drain in the sink. And it takes an angel with long golden lashes and soft rested fingers for dumping the ashes.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
The frail young maiden who's constantly there for washing and gluing and chewing the mare. And it takes a female for setting the table and weaning the guernsey and cleaning the stable.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. And so she'll work until infinity. 3 cheers for femininity. Rah, 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 F-E-M-I-T-Y.
Get out of here! And in the winter, she'll sharpen the ice and lovingly set out the traps for the mice. She's a joy and treasure, for practically speaking, to whom you can turn to when the plumbing is leaking.
That dainty woman, that fragile woman, that sweetheart, that mistress, that wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman.
A husky woman.
Bring you the sweet things in life. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
All right, now clear out of here, every single last one of you.
Congratulations, congratulations, 1,000 congratulations. Congratulations, Mr. Vandergelder. All of New York is buzzing with the news that you've practically proposed to Miss Irene Molloy. Yes, the streets are lined with eligible young ladies simply prostrate with grief. All of my congratulations and sympathy.
Sympathy?
Oh, did I say that? A slip of the tongue? No, I'm delighted by the happy news. After all, she wasn't easy to unload. By that I mean, you know what people are saying, although I, for one, never believed the rumors. No, I didn't.
Rumors? What rumors?
It's nothing to get upset about, Mr. Vandergelder. I mean, according to all known facts, her husband passed on quite naturally. It's just, he went so sudden. Just a few spoonfuls of chowder that she made special for him, and... But I'm sure it could happen to anyone. No, there's no truth in it. Just a word of advice, Mr. Vandergelder. Eat out.
Now, are you suggesting
No,
that
I'm
this-
suggesting nothing, Mr. Vandergelder. Just friendly advice. Keep away from the chowder. By the way, she's already ordered her wedding dress. Oh, beautiful. You should see it. Black. Now, as I said before, Mr. Vandergelder, all of my congratulations, and may you rest in... may guardian angels watch over you both, particularly at dinner.
Now see here, Mrs. Levi, you're the one who introduced me to Mrs. Molloy, and I intend on calling on her. As a rate.
Very well, Mr. Vandergelder. Then there's nothing more for me to do but go back to New York and tell the other girl, the heiress, not to wait.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. A word. Heiress.
Particulars, Mrs. Levi. I demand particulars. Her name.
Her name. Why, her name. Money. Ernestina Money.
What a lovely, lovely name.
Picture, if you will, hair as shiny as a newly minted coin, eyes as big around as silver dollars, skin as soft and mossy as an old greenback.
I can feel her now.
Age 19, weight 102, waist 47.
Waist 47.
That's with the money belt. Now, I could arrange for you to meet with this Ernestina this very afternoon.
I ain't got time, Mrs. Levi. I gotta go to New York to make sure my niece forgets a certain Ambrose Kemper.
Well, I could handle that for you, Mr. Vandergelder. I am very good with such things.
Then I'm going to march in the 14th Street Parade.
What a coincidence. Guess who they've chosen to ride on the main float? The spirit of 14th Street. Miss Money. Her mother was a cash, you know.
All right, but I still intend upon calling on Mrs. Molloy first.
Very well, Mr. Vandergelder. The races you make me run. I will meet you outside Mrs. Molloy's hat shop on that bench at 2:30 as usual. But wait till you see Ernestina Horace. A vision, a dream.
It takes a woman all powdered and pink to lovingly clean out the drain and the sink, and it takes a baby with long golden lashes and soft skin.
Dumping the ashes, yes, it takes a woman. You know, Ephraim, I think I'm going to have that room done over in blue wallpaper. Yes, blue. Ermengarde, Ambrose! Come on out here! We have got plans to make.
Chief clerk. Promoted from chief clerk to chief clerk. And in 10 more years, if I'm good, I'll be promoted to chief clerk again. 33 years old. And I still don't get an evening free. When am I going to begin to live?
You can live on holidays, Cornelius.
Do you forget what we did last Christmas? All those canned tomatoes went bad and exploded, and you and I cleaned up the mess all afternoon. Do you call that living?
No.
Barnaby, you and I are going to New York.
You mean close the store?
Uh-huh.
Cornelius, we can't.
We'll have to. Some more rotten tomato cans are going to explode.
Holy cabooses, how do you know?
I'm going to light this candle underneath them. That's how I know. It'll make such a smell, customers won't be able to come into this place for 24 hours. That'll get us an evening free. New York, Barnaby. We're going to have a good meal. We're going to live. We're going to spend our money, be in danger, and get arrested.
Holy cabooses.
Oh, and one more thing, Barnaby. We're not coming back to Yonkers until we've each kissed a girl.
Cornelius, you can't do that. You don't know any girls.
I am 33 years old. I've got to begin sometime.
Well, I'm 17. It isn't so urgent for me.
New York, Barnaby. The lights of Broadway, elevated trains, the stuffed whale at Barnum's Museum.
A stuffed whale?
A stuffed whale! What do you say, Barnaby?
Yes! Yes, Cornelius, yes!
Now, the first thing to do is make you financially independent. I know. I'll find you a job. Can you dance?
Miss Levi, I'm an artist. I don't dance in pants.
Well then, my card.
Miss Dolly Levi. Painters taught to dance.
Now, there's a man, Rudolph Reisenweber, at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant on 14th Street. I'll give you a note for him, and we'll see if he can't have you both entered in the polka contest tonight. The prize is a week's engagement and a gold cup. Oh, the cups we won, Ephraim and me.
Miss Levi, no fiancé of mine will be stepping foot in a cafe. And I don't mind saying I'm surprised you have acquaintances in a place like that.
Not acquaintances, Mr. Kemper. Friends. Dear friends from days gone by. My late husband, Ephraim Levi, believed in life in any place you could find it. Cafes, ballrooms, and yes, even theaters. Why, even when times were bad, every Saturday evening like clockwork down those stairs of the Harmonia Gardens we came, Ephraim and me.
It's all very well and good to come down like clockwork, Miss Levi, but you're asking Ermengarde to work there.
It's the only way to show Horace Vandergelder that we mean business. Now, you two go to the Harmonia Gardens restaurant this afternoon and tell them that Mrs. Levi sent you. And, incidentally, tell Rudolph that Dolly's coming home and I want a table for two and a chicken at 8 o'clock tonight.
The bottom row looks all right, Cornelius. Now hold the candle into the ones on the top. Not so close, they'll swell up like they're gonna bust. Oh, holy Jesus, Cornelius, I can smell it from up here.
Let's get ready, Barnaby. We're going to New York. Out there's a world outside of Yonkers. Way out there beyond this hick town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby. Out there, full of shine and full of sparkle. Close your eyes and see it glisten, Barnaby. Listen, Barnaby. On your Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. Get out the brilliantine and dine cigars. We're gonna find adventure in the evening air. Girls in white and a perfume night where the lights are brightest
look at that. 10 o'clock and the shop not opened yet. Oh, it's all because of the impending marriage, I tell you. What marriage? Oh, I thought you knew. Why, the marriage Mrs. Levi is arranging between Mr. Horace Vandergelder, the well-known Yonkers half-a-millionaire, and my employer and friend, Mrs. Irene Molloy. Although, if you ask me, he'll never take the place of her late husband, Mr. Peter Molloy. May he rest in peace, wherever that is. I'm not sure. He was a caution, you know, and to tell too much about with late husbands and new marriages, and on top of everything else. Miss Mortimer, returning this hat for the 3rd time. Same old story. She wants more cherries and feathers. Cherries and feathers? To catch a beau, I suppose, although if you ask me, she'd do much better with a nice heavy veil. I tried telling her. Ribbons down our back is what we'll be wearing this summer if we want to catch a gentleman's eye, but she'd have none of it. Cherries and feathers she wants. And on today of all days, when that poor, dear, sweet Mrs. Molloy has got enough on her mind with...
With what, Minnie?
With the door. It's stuck.
It's stuck? Well, then push.
And as I was saying, Mrs. Molloy, I could bite out my tongue for the things I've said, the things I'm going to say, but as long as I've gone this far, I might as well go all the way. Mrs. Molloy, why?
Say it, Minnie. Why have I decided to marry Horace Vandergelder?
Oh, Mrs. Molloy, I didn't ask you that. I would rather die on the rack than ask you such a personal question. Oh, but as long as you did bring it up.
I am marrying Horace Vandergelder for one reason, and one reason alone, Minnie. To get out of the millinery business. I hate hats.
Mrs. Molloy!
And I can no longer stand being suspected of being a wicked woman with nothing to show for it.
Oh, Mrs. Molloy.
Don't protest, Minnie. All hat women are suspected of being wicked women. That's why I can't go to restaurants or balls or theaters. That's all the proof they need. No, take my word for it, Minnie. Either I marry Horace Vandergelder or I break out of this place like a fire engine. Not Miss Mortimer again.
Miss Mortimer. I'll take care of it.
No, leave it, Minnie. You may make another hat for Miss Mortimer if you like, but I'll keep this one for myself.
Mrs. Molloy, you can't. It's just that you're a widow, and that hat, it's... Ooh. Well, it's provocative, that's what.
Well, is it, Minnie? Who knows who may walk into the hat shop today, and maybe provocative is just what I want to be.
Mrs. Molloy!
I'll be wearing ribbons down my back this summer, making me recall how lovely love can be. So if someone special comes my way this summer,
Do you love Horace Vandergelder?
No, Minnie, I don't. Peter Molloy, God rest him, was my share of love, and I'm not saying I was shortchanged. Once is enough in a lifetime for a woman, as long as it's true love, and it was that. Minnie, look at those two men staring into the hat shop.
Men!
I do believe they mean to come in here.
Men! In the shop! Oh, Mrs. Molloy, what shall we do?
Do? Why, flirt with them, of course. I'll give you the short one.
Mrs. Molloy! And you with all that talk about love.
Love enough I've had, Minnie. A bit of adventure is what I could do with now. We'll get them all heated up and then drop them cold. It'll be good practice for married life. Now quick, you go up to the workroom, and I know some ways we can perk up our appearances. Plus, the longer we make them wait, it'll be easier for us.
If you say vampire, I'll scream.
Vampire! And so, I'll try to make it easier to find me in the stillness of July, because a breeze might stir a rainbow behind me that might happen to catch the gentleman's eye. We'll get an adventure out of this yet, Minnie.
We'll get an adventure out of this yet, Barnaby. All day long we're going around the streets of New York. Then we come to the quietest street yet, and then suddenly we...
Vandergelder.
Is he still out there? Go check.
Yes, he's sitting right on that bench. Cornelius, are you sure this is an adventure?
When you're in one, Barnaby, you won't have to ask. How much money have you got left?
Not left, not a lot, Cornelius. 40 cents for the train back, 30 cents for dinner, and 20 cents to see the whale. 90 cents, why?
When those women come back in, I'll have to pretend to be customers. Customers, that's it. Maybe the thing to do is pretend we're rich, then we won't have to buy anything. We're just two gentlemen about town looking for hats for ladies. Good afternoon, Miss.
Molloy.
Hello. Mr. Hackl here.
Here, Barnaby Tucker.
My pleasure, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Well, you see,
we're hats,
we're
Miss
Molloy about
Molloy.
the
We
hat
want
to
to
find
shop
the
for
town,
some ladies,
and we're
and then
just
we...
going out for the...
I'm sorry.
We're looking for hats. For ladies, that is, and everyone told us to come see Miss Molloy because she's so pretty. I mean, her hats are so pretty.
And so reasonable, Cornelius, as in under $1 would leave us enough to see the whale.
I have to pay him no mind, Leo. He's come all the way from Yonkers to see the stuffed whale, and he's all excited. You just keep an eye out that window, Barnaby, and maybe you'll see the whale pass by.
Is it brown with little mean red beady eyes?
Yes.
It's sitting right on that bench, Cornelius.
I'm sorry, did you say Yonkers, Mr. Hackl?
Oh, yes, ma'am, Yonkers, and forgive me for saying this, but you should see Yonkers. And by that, I mean, perhaps Mr. Molloy would enjoy Yonkers as well?
I am a widow, Mr. Hackl.
Barnaby, she's a widow. That's too bad, Miss Molloy. I'm sure Mr. Molloy would have really enjoyed Yonkers, especially in that hat. On you, of course, not Mr. Molloy. May he rest in peace. I bet you're Catholic, aren't you? Well, don't let that stop you. I'd be willing to change for you. I mean, Miss Molloy, if you should ever be in Yonkers in the near future, I'd be more than happy to show it to you from top to bottom.
Well, as it happens, Mr. Hackl, I may be in Yonkers sooner than you think.
Oh, really?
You see, I have a friend who lives in Yonkers.
You do?
Perhaps you know him, although it's always a little silly to ask in cases like these. It's Mr. Vandergelder.
Horace Vandergelder?
The Vandergelders hay and feed?
Do you know him?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Never.
He's a very substantial man and well-liked, they tell me.
A lovely man, Miss Molloy. Absolutely lovely. But he does have one fault. He's hard as nails.
Cornelius, I think we should,
Perhaps your friend would like something like this?
Cornelius, I think... Look out!
Begging your pardon, Miss Molloy.
Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Just help us, Miss Molloy. We will explain it later.
I insist you come out of here this instant.
We're as innocent as can be, Miss Molloy.
Well, really, Mr. Hackl, Mr. Tucker, I insist that you come out of here this minute. Oh, Mr. Vandergelder.
Miss Molloy, has Miss Levi come in here? She was supposed to meet me on that bench 10 minutes ago. When I make an appointment, I like people to be on time. Well, she can just come looking for me. Up here. I got you this. It's a present. It's chocolate-covered peanuts on shells. That's expensive kind. Did I see you speaking with two men in here?
Men, Mr. Vandergelder, what would men be doing in a ladies' hat shop? Now you come see my workroom. I'm so anxious for you to see it.
I saw it last week.
So you did. So how's the hand feet business? I hear you have 3 friends, all hard as nails.
What on earth are you talking about?
Yonkers. I hear it's a beautiful city.
Who's been telling you about Yonkers, may I ask?
Nobody, a friend.
Friend?
Well, you see, he...
He?
A customer, Mr. Vandergelder. Someone quite well-to-do, as a matter of fact. He was in here buying hats for ladies. And perhaps you know him, although it's always a little silly to ask in cases like these. Is it Mr. Cornelius Hackl?
Did you say Hackl?
Why, yes.
Know him? Well, he happens to be my chief clerk, that's all. I demand an explanation.
And I'm going to give it to you. Why shouldn't you know Cornelius Hackl? Everybody in New York knows Cornelius Hackl. Why, he's here at the opera, in all the fashionable homes. He's at the Harmonia Gardens 3 times a week.
Impossible. The man only owns $146.35, and it's all in the safe in my store.
Oh, Mr. Vandergelder, you're killing me! He's one of the Hackles! They built the canal!
Which canal?
The Panama! The Erie! Both.
No, it's not the same man.
Who took the horses out of Jenine's carriage and pulled her through the streets? Cornelius Hackl. And who dressed up as a waiter at the 5th Avenue Hotel and dropped an oyster down Mrs. Astor's? Well, I can't say it, but it was Cornelius. He's the playboy of New York. Now, Irene, don't deny it. I can tell you were taken with him the first time you saw him, just like everybody else.
Well, Dolly, I've only met him one time. Really, Dolly, I hardly even know him.
Excuse me. Of course.
Minnie, hold your tongue! There's a man in there!
Now, if there's a man in that
No, Mr. Vandergelder, you can't! It's too dangerous!
Any man who hides in ladies' closets can frighten me. Stand aside.
Oh, no man indeed. I'm sure you'd make short work of any man. Those muscles. I can feel them now, rippling back and forth beneath your coat. Ripple, 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 back and forth.
Mrs. Levi, will you stand aside?
Stand indeed, Mr. Vandergelder. That's exactly what the court will want to know when you're accused of entering that closet without a search warrant. I mean, what do you stand for if you don't stand for the law of this great land? I know what I stand for. I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lot for orphans. Take off your hat, Sir Betsy Ross's flag is passing. Do you see him on the hills at Gettysburg? See that great triumphal arch? If you see him as he's trampling through the ranks of France, stand him in march, march, march.
Has this not affected you, sir? I came here at 14 years of age, an immigrant girl from a country that oppressed my people, and I must echo here the words of that great and patriotic American,
Moses!
I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lunch for orphans. Take off your hat, sir, there's a tear singing passing. Do you see on the hill that Gettysburg? In that great triumphal arch, hear him singing Dixie, sugar cane. March, march, march. I stand for motherhood, America, and the hot for orphans. Take off your hat, sir, for my flag is passing.
bless you.
Mrs. Molloy!
All right, Mr. Vandergelder, there is a man in that closet.
Aha!
And another under that table.
Oh, what the devil?
And there also happens to be a perfectly reasonable explanation, but for the moment, good afternoon.
Oh, good Lord, the whole room's crawling with men. I'll never get over it. I take it I'll see you this afternoon, Mr. Vandergelder.
Oh, you certainly will. With a certain young lady on the main float at the end of the parade. Mrs. Molloy, good day.
All right, Miss Molloy, I can explain everything. You see, we just came here to...
I wish to hear no explanation, Mr. Hackl. Just you and Mr. Tucker do me the pleasure of leaving my hat shop before I call for Officer Godfrey.
Oh, no, Irene, you can't. Calling an officer is letting them off far too easy. The law courts, that's where these two belong. I've been counting up the legal offenses they have committed, and believe me, you have got grounds for at least 2 writs, a non-compos mentis, and a garnichet.
What's a garnish?
Now, the first thing to do is make sure you try to settle it amicably first. Have dinner with them.
Dinner?
Is that really necessary, Dolly?
It's the way things are done in the law, Irene. Dinner first. Garnichet afterwards.
Well, if it must be. Mr. Hackl, Mr. Tucker, you may do the pleasure of inviting Miss Fay and myself out to dinner.
Delighted, Miss Molloy. I speak for Barnaby, too. You see, I hear there's a very nice restaurant down in the railroad station.
Oh, no, Mr. Hackl. If the Harmonia Gardens is good enough for your fashionable friends, I'm sure it's good enough for us. I hear they have a wonderful orchestra there, Minnie.
No, Miss Molloy. We simply couldn't do that. It isn't the money or anything, it's just, It's
the whale!
It's the whale! No, it's not the whale, Barnaby. It's the dancing. You see, they have dancing in a place like that. Exhibitions, contests, and I don't know how. It would take weeks, months, years to learn. Miss Dolly Levi, 33-year-old chief, taught how to dance.
Now, it's quite simple. Put one hand here, one hand here.
It's absolutely no sense.
Absolutely no sense is the primary requirement for learning by the Gallagher-Levi method. Just give me 5 minutes of your time, Mr. Hackl, and I'll have you dancing in the streets.
5 minutes?
Now, we'll start with lesson 7. One hand here, one hand here. Now, step time. Step time. Oh goodness, step time.
Oh! No, she turns.
Oh.
There you go.
Very good, Mr. Hackl. When I think of the women who will find heaven in your arms. Let's go back to lesson 1. Put your arm on her waist and stand with her left in your right hand. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Look, I'm dancing.
Oh my.
Well, I was.
Of course you were, Mr. Hackl. Take the someone whose arms you're in. Hold on to her tight and spin. And 1, 2, 3, 1,
My head is about to pop. And now that I'm dancing, who cares if I ever stop? Hi. Oh, my knees, Hackl, and dancing!
Your turn next, Mr. Tucker. Glide and step and then step and glide.
And everyone, stand aside.
He's dancing!
Tango filled with passion seething.
I might join the chorus of the Castle Garden show.
Well, whatever you do, for God's sakes, keep breathing. For my heart is about to burst. My head is about to pop.
And now that I'm dancing, who cares if I ever stop?
When there's someone you hardly know and wish you were closer to, remember that he can be near to you when you're dancing. Though you've only just said hello, he's suddenly someone who can make all your daydreams appear to you when you're dancing. Make the music leave a spell away away. Things almost rise as well when this light may vary. As around and around you go, your spirits will hit the top. And now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop? Now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop? Now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop?
Oh, look who it is. Mrs. Levi. How are you, Mrs. Levi?
Oh, how are you, Mrs. Rose?
Oh, well, I've got pains in my back, aches in my side, and stabs in my liver. Oh, I'm fine. Oh, my daughter Jenny got married, you know?
Oh, did she?
Yeah, a year ago last September. It's been such a long time since you've been here, Mrs. Levi.
Yes.
Such a long time.
Ephraim, let me go. It's been long enough, Ephraim. Every evening for all these years, I've let out the cat, I've locked the door, made myself a little room toddy. Before I went to bed, I said a prayer, thanking God that I was independent. No one else's life was mixed up with mine. Then, one night, an oak leaf fell out of my Bible. I placed it there when you asked me to marry you, Ephraim. A perfectly good oak leaf, but without color, without life. And I suddenly realized that I was like that leaf. For years I had not shed one tear, nor had I been filled with the wonderful hope that something or other would turn out well. And so, I decided to rejoin the human race. Ephraim, I want you to give me away. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get in step while there's still time left. Before the parade passes by. Mrs. Levi, come along. Cornelius is taking us down to the 14th Street Parade, and everyone will be marching. Hi, Irene, you're crying. Dolly, the world is full of such wonderful things. Come with us, Dolly. I will, Irene. I will. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna go and taste Saturday's high life. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front. I've had enough of just passing my life with the rest of them, with the best of them. I can hold my head high, for I've gotta call again, I've gotta drive again, I'm gonna feel my heart coming alive again before the parade passes by. Look at that crowd ahead. Listen and hear that grass on the growing. Just look at that crowd ahead. Pardon me if my old spirit is showing. All of those lights over there seem to be telling me where I'm going. When the whistles blow and the cymbals crash, the sparklers light the sky. I'm gonna raise the roof, I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone, give me an old baton before the parade passes by.
She's more beautiful than you even described. Oh, Miss Money, I'm coming. Well, I'm on the way. Hey! Hey, what are you doing? Hey, stop! Ah! Steve! Mid bucket! Stop! Hey! Stop there! What? Oh, Miss Money! What have they done? Miss Levi, what?
I'm gonna raise a roof, I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone, give me an old baton before the parade passes by.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, it's nothing to get upset about, Mr. Vandergelder. A last-minute substitution. Miss Money had an urgent business meeting. They had a little shortage at the mint, and she's helping out.
But I can assure you she will meet you at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant at 8 o'clock tonight.
But that's the most expensive restaurant in the city.
And well, it should be. What food! Oh, the fastest wait staff in New York. By the way, Mr. Vandergelder, I might be a little late, but Ernestina will meet you out front. She'll be all in buttercup yellow with baby pink shoes, and she'll be humming an old-fashioned tune, Sweet Rosie O'Grady. Oh, Horace, you couldn't miss her if you tried.
Well, all right. But I paid for an introduction, and I might as well get my money's worth. But from now on, Dolly, you're hereby discharged as my marriage broker. Are we clear? From now on, Dolly, you're just a woman, like anyone else. Hey, what? What's going on?
Ephraim, he's as good as mine.
But perhaps we have to call a hack or else we won't get to Harmonia Gardens on time. Oh, look, there's one right now.
No, Miss Molloy, we can't do that. It isn't the money or anything, it's that, nowadays, really elegant people never take hacks.
Hacks are out.
Right, they all go by streetcar.
J.P. Vanderbilt, Jim Morgan.
Well, then by all means, a streetcar.
Oh, imagine. Oh, just think, I've been elegant all my life and I never even knew it.
Of course, if you really want to be elegant,
We do.
you walk.
Yes, New York, it's really us, Barnaby and Cornelius.
All the guests of Mr. Hackl are feeling great and look spectacular.
What a knack there is to that, acting like a born aristocrat. We've got elegance if you ain't got elegance. You can never ever carry it off. All who are well-bred and remain fey have pedigree.
Exercise your wildest whims tonight. We are out with diamond gems tonight. With Davy misleading us.
Silver spoons were used for feeding us. We've got elegance if you ain't got elegance. You can never ever carry it off. Middle class, don't speak of it, savoir-faire. We reek of it, some were born with rags and patches, but we use dollar bills for matches and
Vanderbilt, count house for us.
J.P. Morgan scrapes and bows to us. We've got elegance, we were born with elegance. Have you noticed when I hold my cup, the saucer never moves?
And the way I keep my pinky up indubitably proves
That we've got elegance, we got built in elegance, and with elegance, we'll
Just like the rich. Now, gentlemen, are you going to escort us in?
Of course we are, Miss Molloy. Barnaby.
Hi.
Miss Molloy.
Yes, Mr. Hackl?
Miss Molloy,
Yes, Mr. Hackl?
Miss Molloy, as we start in, may I put my arm around your waist?
Yes, Mr. Hackl. Although I must warn you, a corset is a corset.
And it is my order, as head waiter of the Harmonia Gardens, and your supreme commander, that tonight of all nights, our usual lightning service will be twice as lightning as ever, or else. I trust that you're finding your table satisfactory, sir. The private dining rooms cost a bit more, but they do afford the best view of the entertainment.
$1.40, Cornelius, is all we have left.
Are you sure? Count it again.
Prepare yourself for a big night, Minnie. We are out with two of New York's best-known sports.
Oh, I did make a mistake, Cornelius. It's only $1.35. Count it again.
No. Don't. We cannot afford it.
I'm going to order everything on the menu. Waiter.
I have told you before, sir, you will have to move. This table is reserved for Mrs. Levi and Barney.
Well, who do you think I am? Only it's Horace Vandergelder party. She's at my party. I ain't hers.
Mr. Vandergelder, of course, it's just that Mrs. Levi mentioned nothing about you bringing your...
My personal physician. It's enough rouge, doctor.
But Mrs. Levi only ordered a chicken for two.
Oh, chicken. Chickens are dear.
Un pâté maison, sur toujours, un bon soufflé.
Well, why didn't you tell me this was an Oriental establishment? It'll take 2 bowls of rice. Now get out. Now, Miss Bunny, I understand you carry a large amount of sums in your bed.
Yeah, $2, only it's in my garter.
It's sweet of you to worry about our reputations, Cornelius, but Minnie, I don't care who sees us tonight. Well, Minnie, what have you decided?
I couldn't order anything at these prices. I really couldn't.
Great. Rhinestones. What a sensible girl. Oh, waiter, we'll have 4 glasses of beer, a loaf of yesterday's bread, and some cheese.
Yesterday's bread? Cornelius, now I know how you keep half of New York in stitches all the time. Minnie, have you ever had pheasant?
Pheasant?
Say, why'd you close the curtains? Are you ashamed of something?
It's not that. I just felt a slight chill. Is all.
What is this, please? Here, you can borrow this. Now, let's get some food to hold us over until the rice comes. Waiter? Hi. We'll take a roast suckling pig with chestnut oyster stuffing and cheese fondue. Oh! And some lady fingers. Now, what'll you have? Oh! Hey, you with the big ears! What are you doing after the show?
It's sweet of you to worry about our digestion, Cornelius, but I'm sure the pheasants are fresh. We'll take 2, please, and a nice red wine.
Oh, wait a minute. No wine.
No wine?
Champagne.
Champagne!
It is a once-in-a-lifetime, Barnaby. Champagne, Neapolitan ice cream, and hothouse peaches. Barnaby, give this nickel to the band leader and tell her to play "To a Wild Rose." We want music while we done.
The Vandergelders do not dance, Miss Money. We're Presbyterians.
Oh, all right, I'll dance by myself. Give $2 to the band leader, would you, and tell him to play something fine. I'm gonna do coochie coochie.
All right, stay here, Miss Money, and I'll get to the band and I won't. Miss Money!
My wallet's over there. I know it's mine because mine has exactly $1, 3 dimes. No. Did he say 2 pheasants? Like 3, 4 pheasants for the house. Never mind if I don't see the boil. I'll buy one of my own.
Sir! What's this? Shouting? How many times have I told you not to shout, boy? This is the Harmonia Gardens restaurant, not one of those.
She's here.
What? Are you sure, boy?
Yes, just like he said. 8 o'clock up on the nose. I'll pull the carriage. Now steps a tall lady with red hair. The biggest hand I have ever seen.
It's she, Mrs. Levi. She's back. Rhoda!
Is it true? I heard someone laughing outside the kitchen window, and I swear it sounded just like...
It is. It's Dolly. Fritz. Tell the man. She just stepped out of that carriage.
Rhoda, it is true, no?
It's true, yeah. She just stepped out of a white New York carriage pulled by 6 black horses of Scottish blue.
Oh, Rhoda, it's like your times again. Oh my gosh, look at you. Terrible. That's where here.
doing here in that getup? And you're half an hour late. And I demand an explanation of...
Ernestina!
Exactly.
Ernestina, whom I trusted.
She wanted to do the hoochie-coochie.
Well, she always was artistic. Horace, I'm going to have our table moved down front. There's somebody in the dance competition I particularly want you to see. Now, don't let's say another word about it. I'm as shocked as you are. You know, I really don't feel as though I could eat a thing. What was it you ordered?
Chicken, like you wanted. And now see here about that hoochie-coochie.
Oh, did you say a chicken? I don't think I could face a chicken. Not a chicken, not today, not after what's happened.
Oh, good, then cancel the chicken.
And bring a turkey.
What are you doing now?
Oh, nothing. Just looking the place over, getting acquainted with my surroundings.
That's just the problem with you, Dolly. Always wanting to know everything. Always sticking your nose into other people's affairs. Why, any man who married you would be as nervous as a cat.
What? What's that you're saying?
I said any man who married you...
Horace Vandergelder, get that idea out of your head this instant. Surprised you even mentioned such a thing. Understand once and for all that I have absolutely no intention of marrying you.
I didn't mean that.
Well, I certainly do hope not. Horace Vandergelder, you go your way and I'll go mine. I'm not some Irene Molloy whose head can be turned by a few chocolate-covered peanuts, unshelled. Why, the idea of you even suggesting such a thing?
Mrs. Levi, you misunderstood.
Well, I certainly do hope not. And if I did have the intention of marrying again, it would be to a far more pleasure-loving man than you. But we won't discuss it anymore. Here's the waiters with our food. I'll serve Mr. Vandergelder Rudolph. Here's some white meat and some dumplings. Oh, lighter than air they are. No, as I said before, Horace, you go your way and I'll go mine. Oh, start reading on the wine. I think you'll feel better at once. However, since you brought the matter up, there's one more thing I think I ought to say.
I didn't bring the matter up at all.
No, one more thing I ought to say is that it is true. I am a woman who likes to know everything that's going on, likes to manage things, but I wouldn't like to manage anything as out of control as your household. You'll have to do that yourself, God helping you.
It's not out of control.
Very well. We won't discuss it anymore. Have some beets, Horace. They're good.
I don't like beets.
That's good. No, a complaining, quarrelsome, friendless soul like you is no sort of companion for me. You salt your beets and I'll salt mine.
Will you stop saying that?
I won't say another word.
Good.
Except for this. At your age, Horace, you should enjoy hearing the honest truth.
My age. My age. You're always talking about my age.
Well, I don't know what your age is, but I do know that up in Yonkers, with bad food and bad temper, you'll double it in 6 months. Now, have some more beets, Horace. They're good.
I don't like beets. I hate beets.
That's nice. Now dig right in. No, the pity of it is that you could be a perfectly charming, witty, amiable man if you wanted to be.
Well, I don't want to be charming.
But you are charming. Just look at you now. You can't hide it. Now sit down, Horace, and we'll speak of something else. But before we change the subject, there's one more thing I am going to say.
Stop right there, Dolly. I'm not going to ask you to marry me.
I suppose that means you want me to ask you. Well, I'm sorry, Horace. I'm turning you down.
How can you turn me down if I haven't...
It's no use arguing. I've made up your mind. Now, let me cut your wings.
I've got a headache. I'm going back to the hotel.
But you can't go now. The competition's about to begin.
Here's some money for the food. Let's see, 20. This isn't my purse. This has only got $1, 3 dimes, 5 pennies, and a button. I've lost my purse.
Barnaby, this person.
Impossible. I can't imagine you without your purse.
It's Vandergelder's.
Yep.
Oh,
What am I gonna do? I've never been here before. They don't know me. Don't eat that turkey. We can't afford it.
Horace, it's the latest thing. A polka. Now, Rudolph!
there's friends gonna have to
Look, Minnie, and Flora. Oh, please, I simply must have one dance.
It's right there.
We can go. We'll just dance our way out.
Cornelius?
Mr. Vandergelder!
Barnaby?
Mr. Vandergelder.
Ermengarde? What is going on?
Mr. Vandergelder, I can explain everything.
I don't want to hear it. You're fired.
I like that man!
All right. You're all under arrest. Arrest them all of you.
Hey, wait. What? Me?
And the right to shut up.
Hey, what? Hey.
That's better. Now you're on charge of disturbing the peace, assault and battery, inciting a riot, and many other equally serious violations of the laws of the city. Is there anyone here that can speak on your behalf? I say, is there anyone here to speak on your behalf?
Hang on.
Miss Dolly Levi, Counselor at Law.
Your Honor, the defense rests. Yes, there is no need to call witnesses when I see upon that stand a brow that gleams with honor, a pair of snow-white whiskers that bristle with fair play, and a nose. I ask you to look upon that nose, ladies and gentlemen. A nose that shines in the night like a flaming beacon of justice! Your Honor, would you mind turning this way a bit so we can get a better look at your beacon? Yes, a living symbol of the motto of this great land, E probuscus unum. Your Honor, I ask for freedom for my clients, and a verdict of guilty for the only real culprit, Horace Vandergelder of Yonkers, New York!
Dolly!
Yes, the one man responsible for these grievous charges of personal destruction of property.
According to a bit of bruise and solid gold cup bed.
Cruelty to an unfortunate minor. Would you mind repeating that, dear?
Begging your pardon, Miss Levi, but if it please the court, I have something to say.
Oh, go right ahead, Mr. Hackl. I was just about to call on you.
Cornelius, if you dare testify against me, and I'll fire you.
You've already done that, Mr. Vandergelder,
I'll do it again.
and you've done it again too. Even if you hadn't, I'd still say what I have to say. Now, Your Honor, I don't know much about disturbing the peace or inciting to riot, but I do know that what happened to me today is the most important thing that can happen to a man. Your Honor, I'm talking about none other than love.
Whoa! You work in my store for 33 years, go out for one evening, and you're in love?
No, Mr. Vandergelder, I didn't fall in love with Miss Irene Molloy in just an evening. An hour. A minute. Even that's too long. What's less than a minute?
A second.
Less than that.
A moment.
That's it. Now, I'll go slowly so you can get it all down. On Yonkers for years and years, and wonderful people like Miss Molloy wandered around. Now, I don't know if you can all see from where you're standing, perhaps the way her eyes and eyebrows come together, right up there. I tell you right now, a woman is the finest work of God on this earth.
Amen!
Amen! Now, Your Honor, you can talk all you like about Niagara Falls or the pyramids, but they aren't in it at all. Of course, I've seen women before, but today I talked to one, equal to equal, and they're so different from men. I mean, you could probably know a woman 100 years without ever being really sure she liked you or not. Today I've lost so many things. My job, my future, everything that people think is important. But I don't care, because even if I have to dig ditches for the rest of my life, I shall be a ditch digger who once had a wonderful day.
Mr. Hackl, I seem to have noticed a few lines back there. Right after it only
takes a moment, but his arms felt sure and strong. It only takes a moment.
He held me for an instant, but his arms felt sure and strong. It only takes a moment to be loved a whole life long.
And that is all that love's about.
And we'll recall when time runs out.
That it only took a moment to be loved a whole life long. Dismissed! All are dismissed! All except Horace Vandergelder of Yonkers, New York! Dismissed, you're free! Go, you're free!
What were you thinking? Disgracing our whole family up there, disgracing us. It's one thing when you dance like that in front of a mirror, but when you do it before God and having the city
Well, you can see the prisoner now, Mrs. Levi.
Well, Horace, there's your life. Without niece, without clerks, without bride, and without your purse. It looks as though there's just one more thing for me to say.
Never! No, never marry! Never, not in a million years, Dolly.
Oh, Horace, that wasn't it at all. No, the one thing I've got left to say is goodbye. Goodbye.
Hey, hold on for a
No, Horace, it's too late. I've failed. And when a woman fails, there's only there's nothing left you can say.
Wait, hold on. Just, please.
Goodbye! 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 Don't try and stop me, Horace, please! Wave your little hand and whisper so low, dearie, you ain't gonna see me anymore. But when you discover that your life is dreary, don't you come knocking on my door. 'Cause I'll be all dolled up and singing that song that says, you dog, I told you so. So wave your little hand and whisper so low, dearie, dearie should have said so long ago. Because you treated me so rotten and rough, I've had enough of you. So wave your little hand and whisper so low, dearie, dearie should have said so long ago. For I can hear that choo-choo calling me on to a fancy new address. Yes, I can hear that choo-choo calling me on for that happiness express. I'm gonna learn to dance and drink and smoke a cigarette. I'll go as far away from others as a girl can get. And on those cold winter nights, Horace, you can snuggle up to your cash register. It's a little lumpy, but it really rings. Don't come a-knocking, I'll be all dolled up and singing that song that says, you dog, I told you so. So, Horace, you will find your life a sad old story when you see your dolly shuffle off to glory. Oh, I should have said so long ago.
Oh, what a day. Not a million years, Dolly. I'll never. No, that doesn't sound right either. Hold on. Stop right there, Dolly. No. And I wouldn't marry you if you were the last. Oh. Oh, keep it together. Oh. Oh my. Oh. No. You go your way, Dolly, and I'll go mine. Mine.
just stopped by to collect my $146.35. You see, I've decided to go into business for myself, and since the only business I know is the hay business, I'm opening my own store.
And Cornelius has found the perfect location, Mr. Vandergelder, right across the street from you.
But. What? You come crawling back too, huh?
Yes, I want my back salary, $6.12.
But you can't do this. None of you. I'll go to the courts. I'll get lawyers.
Horace Vandergelder, I live and breathe. If you aren't handsome in that outfit, so few men nowadays have the courage to wear suede shoes. Anyway, as I was saying, I can tell you weren't happy with Ernestina. Well, I have found you the perfect girl, the ideal wife. But I can see you are doing something. What was it you were doing?
Oh, well, we are here to get $146 of Cornelius's.
And 35 cents.
Plus $6.12 of mine, because I never got to see the whale.
$53.45 my mama left me.
35.
45.
Fine. It's all upstairs in the safe. Hold on now.
Money, 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 money. Mr. Vandergelder's money. It's like the sun we walk under. It can kill or it can cure. Mr. Vandergelder never tires of saying that most people in the world are fools. And in a way, he's right, isn't he? Himself, Irene, Cornelius, myself. We're all fools, and we're all in danger of destroying the world in our folly. But the surest way to keep us from harm is to give us those 4 or 5 pleasures that are our basic right in the world. That takes a little money. The difference between no money at all and an enormous amount of money is very small in the chat of the world. The difference between a little bit amount of money and no money is very large, but that can shatter the world too. It's all in how you use it. My late husband, Ephraim Levi, always used to say that money, pardon the expression, is like manure. It's not worth a thing unless it's spread around, encouraging young things to grow. Anyway, that's the opinion of the second Mrs. Vandergelder. Which reminds me, Ephraim, I'm ready for that sign.
Well, what are you doing there? It goes upstairs.
Well, Horace, as I was saying, I found you the ideal wife.
Dolly, I don't want you to find me no ideal wives. I can find one myself. And I have. It's you, damn it.
Why, Horace?
I know I was a fool about Mrs. Molloy and that other woman, but Dolly, forgive me. And marry me.
Horace, stop right there. No, Horace, you know as well as I do that you're the first citizen of Yonkers. Your wife would have to be a somebody. Answer me. Am I a somebody?
You are wonderful.
You're partial. No, Horace, it won't be enough to load your wife with jewels and riches or insist she be a benefactress to half the town. By the way, it's bad business letting Cornelius open a store right across the street from yours. You'd better take him back as your partner.
Partner?
And Barnaby can have Cornelius's old job.
Now, hold on, Dolly.
That way, we can all dance together at Ermengarde's wedding.
All right, you've gone too far. That does it. I'll dance at no weddings. And besides, I don't know how. It'll probably take me days, weeks, months to learn.
Horace, I can handle that. I'm very good at such things.
All right. I'll do it.
Why, Horace Vandergelder, I never thought I would hear you say such a thing.
Well, don't just stand there, idiot. It goes in that room.
Horace, what is going on in there?
Well, I thought I'd get that room done over in blue wallpaper.
Horace.
Now, I know the old paper ain't worn out yet, but that fellow's just set up in there, and, well, he needs a good start. I've always felt that money, pardon the expression, is like manure. It's not worth a thing unless...
Thank you, Ephraim.
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you here where you belong. I never heard Dolly.